I'm here with Steve Magnani. Steve is a legend, man, and we're happy to have him here. The guys from Blueprint are here. They're visiting. We're doing some in-service stuff, but we're also looking at engines and talking about what things we can do going forward. Sales in the engine aftermarket are strong. Steve's at the headwaters, and he's at the tip of the spear of this whole industry. So I thought, let's take a little bit of time on Facebook Live. I'll have to answer the questions later because Mad Dog's doing the filming, and Steve's here doing the talking, except for me. So, Steve, give me some first of all, we're here with Blueprint. We're going to talk engines. You're going to work Blueprint, but what are you doing outside of Blueprint? I know you're doing a lot with them, but career-wise, because the auctions have been a train wreck with COVID.
Well, they have. COVID, ironically, has been very good for most of the industry. I go to a lot of engine shops, and they say we've never had a better year building engines for people because people are, maybe staying home. They have more money, or they're able to spend it. And also, Blueprint Engines is having a fantastic year. So that's an ironic result of COVID. The auction world, a little different. Barrett Jackson had to shut down because the trouble with that is that those are public venues that Barrett Jackson doesn't own. So they're there.
We've done a ton at Barrett. We've done a lot of live builds, and we were going to do that this January, but the show was shifted. Now, Barrett Jackson is now March. You're doing Barrett in March?
March 22nd through 28th. I think we're on the air for 4 days, like something like the 25th, 6th, 7th, something like that.
All right. And what about Roadkills? You got Junkyard Gold?
Yeah, I do a show called Roadkills Junkyard Gold, and we did 32 episodes. Third season wrapped up right when COVID hit. Season 4 is pending, and it's a fun show to do. We go into junkyards and we find all kinds of stuff that.
So you just found something on Junkyard right now?
Yeah, I'm getting.
We got a hot lead on a 331 Hemi.
No. That's right. Anyway,
it's my brother.
Yeah. Never fails. Either the crying baby, the weed whacker, or the helicopter, but it's all right.
Oh, right on. Steve, what we're going to do with Blueprint today is Steve's going to talk to our guys like Dan, who's our lead in tech. We're going to talk about the different engines guys are using for their cars. This is going to all be on Blueprint's social media and all their production stuff. So you'll have to check out Blueprint's website. When they come out with stuff, we'll give you a link and let you know what's going on. But we're going to talk about their 427s, their small blocks, their 347s, their 302s. We do a lot of push rod motors at Blueprint. It's our customers. If you think about it, this project, and starting with the Cobra replicas, I mean, that car from the first days had a lot of hands in it, right? Yeah. And if you think about the original Cobras, it's an AC car. The engines were installed by the Shelby team. They were sold through Ford racing dealers. I mean, geez, everybody and their brother had to do with it. And then in 78, 79, Steve Arns came out and started making replicas, and that let loose the whole replica industry. So it's been a car that has had a lot of kind of collaboration, a lot of hands in the pot. Well, guess what? Nothing's different today about the kit car business. If you're building a factory 5, you got to find somebody to paint it. You got to think about it. It's not like buying a car from a dealership. You go in to buy a car, oh, I love it, I like the red one, I'll take it. You sign a paper, you're off. With factory 5, you're thinking about it. You got to, where are you going to build it? What tools do you have? Do you have all the right tools in the right space to do it? Do you have the tech to do it? What engine are you going to do? Who's going to paint it? Where are they going to paint it? What color are you going to do? Kind of, it's your coat of arms. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. So Steve's here with Blueprint today to kind of help customers sort through that process of powertrain. Because we can build a great kit, but without that engine, you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, Steve, in your experience, you've seen a lot of these aftermarket engines in customs. And so if I take Blueprint beyond Factory 5, if you look at what are guys putting in their resto mods, what are they putting in their Cudas, in their Mustangs, in their Novas, in their Corvettes, what are those aftermarket engines that Blueprint's doing really well? Because you see them across the block. And I'm talking too much, but one thing was really cool. It used to be, 20 years ago, I go to Barrett, and if it was a numbers matching original spec car, big money, right? Yeah. Nowadays, the resto mods, it's got aftermarket brakes, suspension, tires, everything new, brand new crate engine, LS engine, a lot of LSs, right?
I never thought I'd see the day that a Bloomington Gold winning Corvette would be purchased and then disassembled to be used as the basis for a Pro Touring or a Resto Mod Corvette, which in many cases can sell for $300,000 to $400,000 versus the $120,000 it might get as a tri-power 427 car. So I mean, it's a mixed bag in one way. I'm a purist and an original. I like originality, and to think that original Bloomington Gold cars are being disassembled maybe forever, but it's okay. There actually are plenty of cars to go around, and better than that, in the world of Cobras, we're not modifying an original Cobra. We're actually starting with something brand new, and you're making brand new Cobras.
Well, you saw my Bloomington Gold Ford Fairlane, right?
I saw that. It's 289 with the automatic.
A little bit of patina, just a little patina. It's original condition. Yeah. No, but think about it. This Fairlane is a '66. Got the original engine in it, right?
C-code.
Oh yeah, and it's Selectomatic. It's cool. It's fun. It's got the bench seats. I understand it. It's fun. But part of me is like, I don't want to change it. This is the way it left the factory. This is the way it came off the line. But on the other side, I'm like, God, I could use some more horsepower. And Blueprint steps in. What are they dropping? What is kind of their most common? And at the auctions, what do you see that bring money?
Well,
did you lose your elevation, Dave?
We're good.
All right, we're good. We'll wrap up real quick, guys. Steve's here. He's got a depth of knowledge. So yeah, what are you seeing at the auctions? Because that was a seismic shift, seeing original versus resto mod.
Yeah, it's true. I think the restored cars and the modified cars are walking hand in hand. And when it comes to Blueprint engines, they offer engines that are traditional pushrod type engines, LS, small block Fords, and yeah, some Mopars too. And the beauty of those is they can look as small as a 302, but really be a 427. In the case of the Windsor 427, and or even like the 408 cubic inch Mopar, which looks like a 360 or even a 273. So it looks standard, but it can be a whole lot more than that. And the beauty is, of course, they're pre-assembled, they're built, because a lot of builders of cars, I know you guys like to say built, not bought. That's a very good thing, building your car. But a lot of folks can assemble a vehicle, but not maybe an engine. So to buy the engine and transmission already mated together in a running package and then plug that into the car that you built can save people from a lot of pitfalls and extra expense. In many cases, you can't build an engine for anything less than you can buy them for less than it would
a little
take
bit
to
less
build it.
tax, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about the skills to build a car, most guys can put a car together, but putting an engine together
Right.
is a whole nother level. So having that kind of package to drop in, it's kind of where I'm at. I'm an assembler, but I'm not an engine builder. Our customers are the full spectrum, but not that many guys are building their own engines. The ones that are exceptional and great, but this is a super convenient way to go.
It is. It really is. I mean, it's challenging. Setting ring end gap. Degreeing a camshaft, and even like putting a distributor in some cases, you easily get it at 180 degrees. But you buy a Blueprint crate engine, it is ready to go. It's dyno tested. Comes with a sheet, tells you that it's made the number of horsepower that it claims to make. In many cases, more. And it's checked for leaks. It's ready to go. And so that's the convenience of that, and again, it's often less expensive than it would be to build one from scratch.
All right, well, you're gonna hear from Steve at Barrett if you watch it on cable or if you go to the show. You got the Roadkill's Junkyard Gold coming up.
Yep.
That's kind
Season
of fun.
4 coming up soon.
That's Freiberger. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
He's kind of a crazy man.
Yeah.
So anyway, Fact 5 Live. We'll catch up. We're gonna do more with Steve. We're gonna talk engines. We got our tech guys gonna be working most of the day filming on what they're selling and what is a good match for our customers. A lot of our guys are using Blueprint engines, and it's really convenient. It's been a great partnership, and I always say that this industry is defined by the partnerships you make. You surround yourself with great people, great things happen, and Blueprint's one of the great ones. So, Steve, thanks for coming out. Now we're gonna have some fun, all right?
Yeah, right on. Takes a team.
Facebook Live, we're out.